Carissa Pavlika, TV Fanatic. It's so nice to meet both of you.
Nice to
Meet
meet you
you
too.
too.
So, starting with you, Caleb, can each of you tell me a little bit about your characters and who they are in the family?
Well, Arlo is the youngest of the Chenoweth family.
Mhm.
So, and he's just a regular kid. He likes to tell jokes, likes to play pranks and play games with his mom and his dad and his family, and kind of like me.
How about you, Emily?
Yeah, so when you first meet her, Meryl is this 16-year-old girl. She's very smart, very driven. She looks up to her mom a lot, even though she doesn't like to admit it. And yeah, and throughout the show, you'll just get to see her kind of have to grow up really quickly to handle everything that's going on as best as she can. So yeah, very, very brave, two very brave kids, I would say.
Speaking of brave, Caleb, you've been in more than one genre kind of horror production, and you're such a young kid. What is it like? Are you allowed to watch horror movies, or are you just allowed to act in them?
Uh, I don't really watch a lot of horror movies because I'm only 10 and I'm a little too young for that stuff.
What does
So
it feel like to be in them?
that's pretty cool, and I'm definitely gonna watch Teacup.
Oh, are you sure? I think it might
Mm-hmm.
be scarier from our end than it is from yours.
Yeah, because we saw the thing get done. So yeah, he
Yeah.
was he was really chill about they would do playbacks of certain scenes and I was like, whoa, that's intense. And he would be like, Emily, that wasn't scary at all. It was fine. You were pretty tough.
Um,
I think it was just because I felt was in them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
you knew there was nothing really scary on the other end.
But yeah.
Emily Merrill, as you said, she's a teenager. She's on the cusp of being a woman, and then she's thrown into this predicament. How does the production play into that, and how she grows up, and kind of what she learns along the way, without spoiling anything, of course?
There's a lot of learning, for sure. I mean, that was kind of all on the page, which was great. Ian, we had some great conversation with our amazing showrunner, who's just so brilliant and fun to work with.
Mm-hmm.
She does learn a lot. She has to kind of really just step up in order to keep him safe and keep herself safe. Yeah, I think she learns how to kind of stand up for herself first, and she has to make hard decisions and make them quickly, and maybe sometimes they're not always the best decisions, but she's just trying her best. And it was really interesting to have that kind of arc with her. Because that's what I love about this show is that all of the characters are just real and grounded and authentic. So they're not perfect people at all, but they're just like stuck in this situation and have to do whatever they can to get through this. So yeah, she learns a lot about herself and about her family too. I think, her relationship with her little brother definitely evolves throughout the season. So that
Yeah.
was beautiful to play with. Yeah.
Have either of you ever seen shows that kind of remind you of your characters and your relationship on the show? And what are
Uh,
they?
no, I don't think so. That's what, I think we kind
That's
of,
what makes this show so special. It's that there isn't really anything like it.
yeah. And I think, even though like we got a lot of questions about the book as well, and not a lot of cast members read the book or anything, we kind of just like followed Ian for all of it and built the world as we were filming it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What was the most fun part for each of you about playing on this show?
Oh, there were a lot of fun parts. I mean, this cast getting to work with everyone on this show has been so fun, and I think both of us really enjoyed it. Sharing scenes with Yvonne and Scott. I certainly learned a lot from them, and it was just you just have to sit there and watch them do their thing, and it inspires you and it helps you so much with whatever you have to do. Yeah, and then I would say without spoiling anything, I think the most fun we had was towards the end because it does get pretty crazy and we had some very intense, challenging scenes to do, but that's just the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, always, I just love a good challenge, and when you're surrounded by great people, it just makes it all very, very enjoyable. So, yeah. What would you say?
Yeah, yeah. I'd probably say the same thing. But and the final episodes it gets more and more intense, but
Mhm.
it just got more and more enjoyable as everybody grew closer and closer
Yeah, that's true.
together.
And why should people watch?
Why?
Yeah, you're pitching it to my readers. Why should they watch?
They should watch because I think what's really cool about this show is that if you're wanting to binge something that has all of the genre elements, you will have all of that, but you will also get those very interesting, diverse, uh, multifaceted characters in it that makes it all just relatable and grounded, which is what made me fall in love with it, and I think that's what drew us all to this project
Mhm.
is how grounded it is, and it just, it'll keep you on the edge of your seat and make you wonder what would you do in those crazy times. So just go and sit down and watch it. That's all I would say.
Mhm.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.